Family-directed resources, commonly referred to as FDR. Eligibility criteria for FDR includes the individual must be determined eligible for Erie County Board of Developmental Disability Services through our eligibility process. They must reside in Erie County and cannot be utilizing any other funding source through the board, such as a waiver or local budget. Funding is a set amount for everyone. The funding resets annually based on the calendar year. Once funds for the program are gone, it does not renew until the following calendar year, starting January 1st. Categories of service discuss supports FDR can be used for. Respite. There is an age and need requirement in order to utilize respite services. Adaptable equipment/item modification and developmental items category typically requires a professional recommendation. Examples of things that could be covered include wheelchairs, adaptive strollers, adaptive seating, communication devices, feeding prep items, modified clothing, specialized switches, specialized bathing and toileting devices, modified tricycles, weighted vests and blankets, sensory items, diapers for children over 3, and developmental items. There is a cap for developmental items that is $300 annually. Technology. The use of various technological supports that replace and/or reduce the need and cost for direct services and increase independence. This requires a professional recommendation. This may include, but is not limited to, computer-based skill development and prompting systems, task schedulers, emergency response systems, and video monitoring. Home modification. This is a permanent structural change. It must include 3 estimates and written approval from the landlord for those who rent. It could include ramps, walkways, bed modifications, bathroom modifications, specialized fire alarm equipment, gates, and window guards. Specialized diets. This needs a physician or registered dietitian recommendation. It could include things such as commercial dietary supplements, blender or food processor for pureed foods, thickening agents, gluten-free foods, probiotics related to a diagnosis that impacts development and nutritional intake. Education for families. Educational seminars and trainings focused on the individual's area of disability and can include the registration, hotel stays not to exceed $125 per day, and mileage. They are reimbursed 62 cents per mile and not to exceed 200 miles per seminar. Therapy and training. This can include traditional and non-traditional therapy supports, trainings or programs to aid in the developing skills for transition and educational materials up to $150 per year. The travel category includes things such as gas cards for out-of-county travel for specialized appointments. There's a $40 max per round trip, and verification of attendance is required. Reimbursement in and out of county for travel is 62 cents per mile. Reimbursement occurs after verification of attendance has been received. Transportation to and from specialized summer programs. Transportation to and from employment-related activities. Taxi gap reimbursement. Public transportation reimbursement. Tolls and parking fees in conjunction with reimbursement for approved appointments. Hotel accommodations related to necessary medical procedures and hospitalizations. This is not to exceed $125 per day. Reimbursement happens after the stay. FDR request requirements. All requests must be in line with the FDR policy. The need for the request must be related to the individual's developmental disability. Requests cannot be a typical expense incurred by the family, such as rent, vacation, utility bills, TVs, etc. Requests must not be able to be paid for in another manner, such as through insurance, community resources, or schools. Requests will only be filled as funds are available. Requesting services through the FDR program. The board contracts with an outside agency for the administration of FDR. When making requests, it must be submitted on the official form. Requests are typically processed within 7 days. When submitting the request form, you must include original invoices, quotes, or receipts. You must also have the recommendation when it is needed. For questions or more information about the FDR program, speak to your SSA or Early Intervention Service Coordinator, or give us a call at 419-626-0208 or email at info@eriecbdd.org.